So, dear children, we are going to start Granny's Tree Climbing, Chapter 2, English Literature. We completed 3 questions, now it is the time for Granny's Tree Climbing by Ruskin Bond. Granny's Tree Climbing. Who has written it? Ruskin Bond. Dear students, Ruskin Bond is not a new name for us, because we have been into his stories, into his poem, into his life since class 6. Attila, you remember? Correct? 7 also we were having how Daddy decided what he wanted to be. And now it's Granny's Tree Climbing. See, Ruskin Bond. Let's have an introduction about him. The most important thing today is that I am starting this chapter on May 19th, and it happens to be his birthday. Yes, dear children, Ruskin Bond was born on May 19, 1934. Basically, he's from England. He's British from origination, but he's well known as an Indian author who knitted all his stories around children, around pet animals. His stories are so simple to understand, you can correlate, so relatable with anyone, with everyone. I and you can even when I go back in my childhood days, I can relate some of the act of Ruskin Bond's favorite characters of his stories with me, and I expect and hope the same with you. So, Ruskin Bond, he used to live in Missouri, and his poems and works are generally around the family members, around the animals and the nature. If you count onto his famous work, it will be like Our Trees Still Grow in the Hera, A Flight of Pigeons, and so on. About this Granny's Tree Climbing. This poem tells about grandma. Whose grandma? Of course, Ruskin Bond's grandma. He has penned down the unique characteristic of his grandmother. She was just old for namesake. She was as young as a young, like you and me. I am also young. Let's start the poem. Oh, again this is scroll it up. No issues, I'll get it down. My grandmother was a genius. You would like to know why? Because she could climb trees, treading or high. She would be up their branches in a trice, and mind you, when last she climbed a tree, she was 62. Ever since childhood, she had this gift for being happier in a tree than in a lift. And though as years went by, she would be told that climbing trees should stop when one grew old, and that growing old should be gone about gracefully. She would laugh and say, "Well, I'll grow old disgracefully. I can do it better," and we had to agree. For in all the garden there wasn't a tree she hadn't been up at one time or another, having learned to climb from a loving brother when she was 6. But it was feared by all that one day she would have a terrible fall. The outcome was different while we were in town. She climbed a tree and couldn't come down. We went to the rescue and then the doctor took Granny's temperature and said, I strongly recommend a quiet week in bed. We sighed with relief and tucked her up well. Poor Granny, for her it was like a brief season in hell, confined to her bedroom while every breeze whispered of summer and dancing leaves. But she held her peace till she felt stronger, then sat up and said, I will lie here no longer. And she called my father and told him, undaunted, that a house in a treetop was what she now wanted. My dad knew his duties. He said, that's all right. You'll have what you want, dear. I'll start work tonight. With my expert assistant, he soon finished the chore, made her a tree house with windows and a door. So Granny moved up, and now every day I climb to her room with glasses and a tray. She sit there in a state and drink sherry with me, upholding her right to reside in a tree. Upholding her right to reside in a tree. How grateful Granny. Think if our Granny would have like her Ruskin Bonds. Definitely, if your Granny is like Ruskin Bonds, you'll have great fun. Nobody's going to stop you. Granny will give you ideas how to climb tree or how to remain young at heart. So dear students, this is the end of the poem, and now it is the turn for understanding of the poem. I hope you understood the poem. This poem is focusing upon a bond between the family. If Granny is wishing something, there are family members who are there to fulfill all her wishes. This is what this poem teaches us, to love and respect our old ones. It hardly matters whether they have grown old, and we have a certain set of expectations from our old people that they have to behave gracefully, they have to sit at one place, they might fall sick. Why do we forget that apart from these things, they also have a life, a desire. They also want to live in the same manner they have been living since their early childhood. Dear students, respect your grandparents. Love your grandparents. Share time with your grandparents. Be affectionate towards them. Coming with the poem, if we talk about the rhyming scheme of the poem, this rhyming scheme has AABB pattern. See closely. The climbing tree should stop when one grew old. And that growing old should be, and that growing old be gone about gracefully, will grow old disgracefully. Rhyming scheme. Agree tree, another brother. So it is following AABB pattern. You know what is a rhyming scheme is? A rhyming scheme is a set of pattern to... A rhyming scheme is nothing but a kind of pattern that used to create a musical effect. You remember your poems of your class LKG. You still remember those poems. Baba, Black Ship, Johnny, Johnny is Papa. Because they were sung to you in a specific rhythmic manner. And that's why those rhymes are still in our mind. And that's why rhyming scheme is used by the poets to maintain a flow, to maintain a musical effect in the poem. If you see about the poetic devices that has been used in this poem, alliteration, simile, and personification has been used. I will discuss all those things in the live class. Till then, good luck and have a nice time ahead.